ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯ 68ನೇ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನೀವು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿನ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಮತ್ತು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿನ ನೀವು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಳೆದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಗಳ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಲಭ್ಯ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಗೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
I would like to give a small introduction first, then I'll let you share your journey. So here,
Okay.
It's my privilege and honor to introduce and welcome such a great personality, Mr. Parasuram Ramamurthi. He is a poet, writer, and a playwright too. He has done his PhD from Madurai Kamaraj University. He has done research and presented papers and guest lectures on drama for managing emotions like anger, fear, and shyness in India and abroad. He's been invited, he's traveled all 7 continents of the world and presented his paper on drama for mental health. Sir, I welcome you to Spoorthi and I want you to share your journey with us and inspire many people who are watching with us today.
Thank you, Rekha. It was my pleasure to be with you. I'm so happy to have traveled this journey. Yes, I did study BSc Physics. Rather, I was forced into BSc Physics. And in the physics classroom, I was reading Kalidasa, Girish Karnad, Shakespeare, Tagore, and Indian classics and Western classics too. In fact, I came into Indian classics through Western classics, and that was a good starting point for me in drama for mental health, and especially drama for autism. Around the year 2003, I went for a drama workshop at a school. Everybody was happy, participating, clapping, making sounds, cheering, laughing. But one boy remained aloof. He didn't want to participate, and he almost kept me away. Then I asked the teacher, "What's the problem for this boy?" And she said, "He has autism, and that's why he doesn't want to participate." Then I gave up all my other activities and started researching on autism, and especially how drama can help in autism. That was almost a time, now nearly 18 years ago. People thought drama with autism people is not possible. They almost decried me and poo-pooed my idea. They said people with autism have no imagination. Even the most celebrated Temple Grandin, she said she doesn't have imagination. But I believed that it might be possible to ignite them, ignite the mirror neurons of these people, and see they can act. Today, spectrum theater is happening everywhere. People with autism spectrum are participating in theater programs. They are acting on stage. They are writing poetry. Even this morning, I came to know one of my close friend's son is writing excellent poetry. And we know about Tito Maharishi, we know about others who are. So, the first step for me is drama is possible with autism people. Now, your conventions of drama may be different.
Mm-hmm.
Their conventions, these conventions, it's not necessary for them to follow. They will do as they please. And that will be, of course, theater. That will be theater. It will be a different kind of a theater experience for the neurodivergent people and the so-called normal people.
Yeah.
And they are willing to do their part. And there are several things in theater which they have been doing now. It's the concept of Indian theater is quite different. It's quite different from the Western theater. Here, Angikam Bhuvanam Ash. You are a dancer, so you know. So the primary element is Angikam. Vachikam comes only in the third place. So, one need not speak to be an actor. Your body can speak. Your body can communicate. There are so many parts in your body which communicate. And your eyes communicate. Now, one of the symptoms in Western study is that children with autism do not have eye contact.
Okay. Sir, here I want to ask you, can you
Hmm.
just highlight on what is autism to start with? How
Right.
to I, yeah.
It's a developmental disability or disorder. This is the accepted notion about autism. But there are extreme cases where they say, no, no, no. Autism is an awesome condition. It is an awesome world where some of those uh, yogis and rishis and sannyasis living in Himalayas and in the caves, they live in a beautiful universe. That kind of living is autism. They don't come and say, hello, Ramurthy, how are you? And even when you go and greet them, they ignore you and keep on going. They don't speak, but they are in communion with nature. They are come in communion with God or whosoever is the prime mover of this universe. Now, that is an extreme condition. But what neuropsychiatrists, neuropsychologists, neurologists say is there is a disorder in the brain. And that disorder is the reason why they don't like to take you into their universe. You say they are not talking to you. They are not willing to take you into their universe. They are happy with their own universe. You ask any parent, is your son or daughter happy by himself and herself? Most of them would say yes. Yes, he seems to be happy doing what he is doing. It may be spinning a ball, it may be climbing a tree, it may be playing with a dog. Or the word autism comes only when the teacher in the classroom steps in, or the mother steps into the world, or the father or brothers, anybody steps into the show. I think we need to understand Right. Social skills are important. Saying hello is important. But what do you say after hello? That is also very important. So people in the spectrum, now normally scientifically they have these symptoms. Children with autism do not have eye contact. We will talk about this for a while. Children with autism do not have eye contact. They want to avoid you. I studied this characteristic and I thought, is there a way to help them? Why are they not having the eye contact? Then I felt, okay, if this is a problem for the mother, father, and the children in the family or the children in the school, I will help these children with autism. I introduced the concept of the mask. This is my first research contribution to the world of autism. I introduced the concept of the mask for autism. You know, the mask is a protective layer. It protects your privacy. It protects yourself, but at the same time, through the eyes, you can see. So the children with autism easily took to it because their face is hidden. And at the same time, it was great fun wearing the mask of Hanuman, wearing the mask of Spider-Man, wearing the mask of Arjuna or Duryodhana or Karna, and playing. They happily wore the mask of a monkey, elephant, lion, tiger, and started roaring like a lion and moving like a lion. So, mask first principle is safety, privacy. My privacy will not be affected, yet I can see you. Rekha, do you understand this concept?
Yes, yes, very much. Yeah, interesting.
But some people felt wearing a foreign object on the face irritating, uncomfortable. So I said, okay, we will make it comfortable for you. And I brought in the Kathakali mask.
Okay.
The Kathakali actor does not wear a physical mask.
They
The
painted.
Kathakali, yes, he
Uh,
paints it. So your face is painted. Your face is painted. You're painted all over.
mhm.
Right. What is happening now with the face mask? Touch.
Touch. Mm.
Suppose the mother is doing this to the child. The child is enjoying the touch of the mother. The child is enjoying the colors on the face. You do it before a mirror, the child is enjoying that. And the makeup artist in Kathakali, when he is doing the makeup for the actor, what is happening to the actor? The actor is going through what he is going to perform today.
Okay.
So the whole drama is happening in his mind.
Mind.
So the mother, when she is doing this, suppose she sings a song,
Mm.
and that song registers. The child begins to imitate the mother.
Okay.
The child begins to sing the song, whatever song. Preferably the song in mother tongue. Okay? That way, when I introduce the face mask, almost every child in the spectrum enjoyed it and took to the face mask. So when we are doing the face mask, we sing,
Mhm.
we show the expressions, and we also teach. Like now, straight lines, okay? Straight lines,
Correct.
circle, triangle,
Okay.
like this. So every nodal point in the face is touched. Every point here is touched. So by doing the face mask, the mother is igniting the mirror neurons in the brain.
Okay.
It can be both left and right. So the left-right combination, left-right integration of the
Mm.
brain happens when the mother is doing the pain.
Wonderful.
So this I still consider after 18 years is a major research
Mhm.
in autism and how children with autism can be helped.
Okay.
The
Um,
second thing, yeah, please.
yeah, please. So, um, we covered now the symptoms part of it. So,
Yeah,
when to go for this assessment, and how do parents get to know about the autism, or the children, the child who is going through this?
right. 20 years ago, people delayed. Some did not go for any assessment or diagnosis even at the age of 15. Today, at the age of 1, you can take your child for diagnosis. And the best place is Nimhans, Bangalore, CMC, Vellore, nearby places I'm talking about, and All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Now, their way of assessing, I'm still not quite comfortable. They do make a good scientific study, but being with the child for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 45 minutes or even for 1 hour and saying that he has autism is going to be a very difficult analysis. As I said, these children would like to protect themselves. They may not, even when they can speak, they refuse to speak. Now, the pre-verbal condition or the pre-speech condition is a common factor. And they say there is a speech delay. It can be a speech delay, but it also can be a refusal to speak, like the sannyasi in Himalaya. So it takes, and so they said, okay, you tried this and all these things, and then come back after some time. If by that time the parents had found a drama therapist like me or an occupational therapist and tried something else, some exercises, some methods, then probably the analysis assessment can be confirmed and a process of training would start. I think they stress on eye contact, uh, pre-speech behavior or non-verbal behavior, and some idiosyncratic behaviors, or what the neurologists call as idiosyncratic. It can be a very beautiful art form. Hand flopping is one of the things that these children with autism do. And people immediately say, yes, this is a symptom of autism. But if the hand flopping becomes a drumming, it becomes a dance. Like the universe cosmic dance, it becomes a dance. And the hand flopping, if it becomes a mudra like this, you have seen.
True.
And the, yeah, ask.
Yeah, please continue, sir. Nothing.
So, what is idiosyncratic to you may become artistic to me. If someone doesn't want to speak, but yet he is friendly with you and he speaks with his body, right? He makes hand gestures. He makes gestures with his face. He makes gestures with his legs. All these become very relevant in the study of autism. I have seen a 25-year-old boy talking to the mother for the first time. I think it was somewhere in Los Angeles. And you know what he told his mother? He looked at his mother and said, "Mom, you need a haircut." He found her hair very shriveled and all that. And he went to his mother's head and combed it like this and this and this and then. And then he said, "I would cut it here." Similarly, something and very interesting happened. The first words of a child, "Mom, where is your bindi? Your bindi is gone." People are looking at, the children with autism are looking at the face of the mother. When the mother interacts with them creatively, when the mother interacts with them creatively by singing a song, dancing with the child, playing with the child, now which all parents did. I as a child, enjoyed that happiness of being with my father, playing with my father, and uh, going cycling with my father. So these things, some of the children are missing. When they start enjoying this, communication will happen easily.
Okay. As you said, mother and parents' role is very important here.
Yeah,
But to facilitate those children, parents should be aware of this and the acceptance. See, here it comes. Acceptance is a first thing which parents
step.
has to
Yeah,
accept the child.
yeah,
So how do you
yeah,
educate them?
right. I'll be very happy if parents talk to me. You are gifted with a child who is unique, who is very different, who is beautiful, who is handsome. He can dance like Ardhanarishwara. He can be both male and female. Right. You are comparing your child with the neighbor's child. That is
Yeah,
your first problem.
correct, correct.
Does the neem tree ever compare itself with the banyan tree or the coconut tree? Every being is different. The moon cannot say, "Oh, the sun is so bright, shining every day, but I go into my secret cave for 13 days." The uniqueness of the moon is the going into the secret cave for 13 days. So every child is unique. whether he speaks or not, whether he goes to school or not, every child is unique. This the parents should understand. And once they understand this, then they will be so happy with their child, so happy with their being. And that, in order to facilitate this, we need to understand that there are multiple intelligences in the world. Rekha, I was ashamed this morning that you sent me 2 email IDs. I went on committing mistakes. I'm a technology idiot. I can drive a car, but I don't know anything about the mechanism of the car. If it stops suddenly, I can't do anything. So I'm an idiot there. The multiple intelligences theory speaks about linguistic intelligence. There are people like Kalidasa, Valmiki, Shakespeare, Ibsen, Chekhov, Girish Karnad. They write, they speak, they comprehend written word, spoken word. This is linguistic intelligence. So they will be teachers, parliamentarians, public speakers, TED speakers. I know of a young man in the spectrum, Pranav Bakshi. Some of you might have heard of him. He's an awesome young man who has this linguistic intelligence also. He is very often invited to public forums to speak, and he's a TED speaker also. This is linguistic intelligence. Then there is what is called as logical mathematical intelligence. Now, these people are problem solvers. You give them a problem, they will solve it. I know if you watch one of my videos, I'm talking about Aditya. Is so good with this logical mathematical intelligence. He repairs a cooker, he repairs a motorcycle, and at the same time, he makes sandwiches. Did you watch that video? He loves to make
Yes.
sandwiches. I told him, you should speak in the video, I love to make sandwiches. He said, I live to make sandwiches. The difference between I love to make sandwiches, I live to make sandwiches. So awesome he is. And there are so many people now. Now, Howard Gardner is the Harvard scientist who first introduced this multiple intelligences. And he never used cooking as an intelligence. I only pointed to him, cooking is a great intelligence. And he accepted it and added further. Today, so many people in the world, especially in the spectrum world, are excellent chefs. They are being employed to only to make salads, sandwiches, cakes, baked cake. Varun Savanth in Mumbai and Sangeeta's children. So now, if you make an excellent biryani, it is an art, it
True.
is a skill, it is an intelligence. We
Correct.
never recognize that. We only want 90% in mathematics, 95 in English, and 95 in Kannada. No, that is not intelligence.
Correct.
So, cooking is an intelligence. This mother can easily find out.
Mm, correct.
And
Very true, sir. Very true. Acceptance and um, encouraging
accept
their
my child is
that
unique.
unique.
Accept my child is different. Accept that my child is not like neighbor's child.
And at
Neighbor's
the same
child
time,
may go to IIT, but my child may discover a helicopter.
true, true. And
That
understanding, yeah, their strengths is so important, and facilitating and encouraging them to do so is very important here.
very often when parents talk to me, I ask them, yeah, come on, tell me about your child. The mother starts with, he does not speak.
Hmm.
He does not do anything. He doesn't want to go to school. He does not play with other boys. I said, okay, fine. Tell me anything that he does which you like. They begin to wonder, what is it he is doing that is likable to me? I then ask them, does he scribble?
Hmm.
Does he paint? Does he apply water on your face? Does he make tea? Now, these are the qualities required for a parent to know the child. When they do that, you will find them very attractive. I know of a boy who, instead of going to school, he loved to play with the cows, buffaloes.
Hmm.
His father thought only these cows and buffaloes are distracting him, and he sold them. Still, the boy did not go to school. Later, he went in search of those buffaloes and cows. There are many children who love to play with the cats, dogs, horses. If somebody is very good with the hearts, you should help them to have a good relationship with that heart and take more professional help and become a horse trainer, horse groomer. He can work in the stable. Or maybe he can run a kennel for dogs. That is his intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, our parents' responsibility and the teacher's responsibility is to find out what is this child's intelligence.
Yeah. Good.
Once I know
Hmm.
what is this child's intelligence, then I know how to train him. And there do not go by societal standard.
True.
Ayo, my son doesn't even study 10th standard. Don't worry. This education is not meant for him. I always tell the parents to watch a video on the YouTube called The Animal School.
Hmm.
Animal School. What the parents and teachers are doing is teaching the fish how to climb a tree, teaching the fish how to climb a tree,
Okay.
or teaching a duck how to speak Kannada. So that is the meaninglessness of our education system for children with autism.
Correct. So for them, regular schooling may not be able to cater their needs. So
Yeah.
what next then? Alternative schools may help. So how do parents go about it and take a call on this?
Yeah. I have a curriculum for them.
Okay.
It's called Individual Development Program. Now, to design this curriculum, I need to know the individual, not one curriculum for everybody. I need to know this particular individual, okay, Arko Roy, Pranav Bakshi, Varun Savan, Sam Marcus, and then I need to know what is this individual's intelligence. San Marcus, I know as musical intelligence. Now, here is also a misconception. Many people, many parents think that their children have musical intelligence. Musical intelligence is not singing songs, not singing. It is to understand the pitch, rhythm, and raga. And understand the raga and change the pitch and rhythm to suit your genius. That's what all these composers have been doing. Balamurali, SPV, everybody has been doing. So singing merely does not ensure musical intelligence. Okay, you write a poem in Kannada, 4 lines, and ask your son to read that, or you read out to him. Let him compose music for that. Then he is musically intelligent. This is the hallmark of musical. So I first understand the individual. I understand his intelligence. It's naturalistic, animalistic, it is mechanical, it is linguistic, it is logical, then based on his intelligence, I design a curriculum for this individual's development. And in designing that curriculum, I seek the help of the people who are connected with that. For instance, carpentry. My son is very good at carpentry, but I don't know carpentry. So I engage a professional carpenter to work with him, and he becomes a carpenter. He becomes a motorcycle mechanic or car mechanic or aeroplane mechanic or a ship engine mechanic. So this is called individual development program. This cannot be done by one teacher. This cannot be done even in one school. The school has to have contacts with various professionals. Not every teacher in the school knows baking a cake. So the bakery shop man will be a better teacher than your MA B.Ed. So
Correct.
this is the design curriculum that we need for our children.
Okay. So insightful, sir. And I really want you to share right now what you are doing and what are the curriculums you have and where are you located.
Right, I live in Pandavpura, near Mysore, near Melakotte, and I I used to be traveling everywhere around the world to do webinars. I'm sorry, workshops on
Hmm.
drama for autism. But now, in the last 2 years only, through webinars, I'm conducting workshops for parents,
Hmm.
teachers, and some mature children also. And
Okay.
this pandemic also became an opportunity for me to collaborate with the 20 uh, persons in the spectrum world to edit a book called Artability. I have recently, it was published in the month of April 2021, a book called Artability. You can check in Amazon, you can check in my Facebook page. I'm active in social media because I want to reach out to the parents, teachers. I also run a course called Drama for Autism online course,
Okay.
which is useful to parents, teachers, special educators, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, and others. We have trained nearly 5,000 people through this course all over
Okay.
the world. All over the world, we have trained more than 5,000 people. And the last batch started on 15th September. The next batch will start, I think, in December or
Oh,
January 2022. It's a course which helps you to understand. It doesn't, It's not an individual development program. It helps you to understand your child and then create that individual development program.
Oh,
I'll give you an example. This guy Pranav Bakshi. We saw him. He is very handsome, very beautiful, and we thought he will be a good model. And we tried to get some help from the professional models in Mumbai, but no, they refused to acknowledge him. They refused to accept a person in the spectrum can be a model. But we found somebody willing to help him, willing to train him. And we trained him. And today he is one of the top class models in the spectrum. He is modeling for Brew. He is modeling for some of the Reliance products.
mm,
And he
yes.
also has linguistic intelligence. So, for Pranav Bakshi, what will be the individual development program? For Sam Marcus, what will be the individual development program? That, in order to understand that, this course is being held.
Okay. Okay. So there is a question here, sir. How
Yeah,
to
yeah.
develop, yeah, how to develop children in their social skills?
Yes, we have. I'm sorry, one second.
Yes.
Social skills are taught at home. I have designed also a program called Rehearsed Response. Rehearse Response. All drama is rehearsal and all life is drama. Nanati Batuku.
Correct.
So, you are taking your child to a birthday party. He doesn't know what is going to happen in the birthday party. So rehearse that at home. Show
Ah,
him the video. Show him
okay.
the photographs.
Okay.
You are taking him to a wedding. Show him your marriage album, your marriage video, and tell him why we are going for that wedding. So kindly see that rehearsed response paper. You will also find it in Academia EDU, and I have talked about quite often about that. And very strangely, in Bangalore, one young man was given a bouquet of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know what to do with that, and he just threw it. So you will say this is lack of social skills, but I will say that he doesn't know what to do with the bouquet of flowers. So what we think, say I want to take my son to the church. In the church he should in the
Maintenance.
church he should not make any sounds or noise or not disturb. He should sit and pray. Right. You can do 2 or 3 times, but if he is not happy, better not to take him to the church. You can try 2 or 3 times for a birthday party or a wedding, and if he is still not happy, better not to take him. This is social skill. You cannot keep complaining that I can't take my son to a birthday party. I know one young man laughed in a funeral. Society will say, what is this? Laughing at a funeral. But if you understand the deeper meaning of death, is laughter also is. This laughter also makes sense. So you rehearse at home what we should do, how we should go. Now you rehearse, ask him to make it a fun game or walk like your mother, swinging the hips. Rekha,
Yeah. N- uh, Connection is lost, sir. I hope you are
good
all
evening.
finding it very helpful. Hello. If you have any questions, please you can put it in a comment section. ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ, ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಅವರು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಸೈಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಿದು, ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಪರಶುರಾಮ್ ರಾಮಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪರಶುರಾಮ್ ರಾಮಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರ ಚಾನಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಅವರು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಪೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸಹಾಯ ಹಸ್ತ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನಾನು ಅವರನ್ನು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿದು. ನಾಳೆ ಸಂಜೆ ಟೈನಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಂಟೆಸರಿ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 10+ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋವಂತಹ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋಂತಹ US ಇರುವಂತಹ ರಮ್ಯಾ ಅಭಿಜಿತ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಾಳೆ ಸಂಜೆ ಕೆಲವು ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪೇರೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಕ್ಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಎಸಿತಾನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹರಿತಾನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಣಿತಾನೆ, ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈಪರ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಮಗ. ಅದೊಂದನ್ನ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈಪರ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂನು ಮಕ್ಕಳದು ಒಂದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳದ್ದು ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ನೀಡ್ಸನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಮಗೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾಳೆ ಸಂಜೆ 8 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ರಮ್ಯಾ ಅಭಿಜಿತ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮಾಂಟೆಸರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೀ ಸ್ಕೂಲರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾಳೆ ಕೂಡ 8 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮನ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋವಂತಹ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದ್ರೂ ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅವರು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭೇಟಿ ನಾಳೆ ಸಂಜೆ 8 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ರಮ್ಯಾ ಅಭಿಜಿತ್ ಅವರೊಂದಿಗೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.